Well, hello there. Welcome back to the stream. Today it's Friday, finally, and we have episode number 12. Can you imagine? Time flies so fast. And we still haven't finished. Not even close. But fear not. Today we're gonna do some progress. I assure you. Hello there, Rudo Brody. Guten Tag. Yeah. TGIF, finally Friday. What? Yay, hooray. Yeah, but before we celebrate, before we get wasted, we have some stuff to do today. So recently, we've been working on our encoders, both horizontal and vertical ones. So today, I hope Ruder Brody will be satisfied because we will be doing some manual labor, or maybe not that much, maybe not as much as he would wish. But anyways, so before we jump onto the workbench, I would like to finish this encoder. This is actually the knob for our encoder from the previous episode. We've made a smaller one. I mean, actually less tall or shorter one, if I said it correctly. So before, originally, the volume was kind of tall. That's the volume. And if I remove the knob, so you can see that just the encoder column was way higher than what we have now. Even with the knob, you see that from our most recent design, the knob is barely sticking out. So I wanted to check how it's gonna perform when we have a shorter knob and a smaller encoder column, because it's not that much of a difference. It's more like 3 millimeters in diameter. So maybe it's not that much looking at the diameter, but the height, the difference is rather huge. And what I wanted to try is one of these encoder knobs that we recently have found on AliExpress. So I would like to try this one because it looks like this part might be very convenient to rotate, and because of that, I suspect we won't be needing such a tall encoder, because if we want to grab the encoder, so with the standard one, that's the big one, that's the 35 millimeters. So we have to grab it like this. And because of that, we need a little bit more space around the keys over here and here. But with the smaller one, with the shorter one, we might have this with this feature over here. We might be able to get away with a shorter one. So this is what I wanted to do today, like a first thing on the stream. I would like to model this knob. We already have it partially done. So as you can see, that's the knob. And what we need to do now is to create this like a small hole for the finger. And we also need to create opening for the shaft on the bottom. So for the shaft, it's rather easy because we know that we need it to be 6.2. So I can do 6.2, and I can go back to the 3D view. And from here, I would like to pull it to the top, but I think I will just make it like maybe 1.2 from the top. I think that will be enough. Okay, I forgot again that I am not cutting. Looks like this setting is a bane of mine. Yeah, but I find it more useful than if I was cutting by default. So okay, so let's make it 1.2. So we have a nice hole for the shaft. Okay, and now what we can do, we can create a sphere. Okay, it's kind of big. I think I can change it with a pull command. So if I just press P, so I can select a radius. Okay, let's see how it's gonna look with the radius of, okay, let's do 5 because it's radius, not diameter. Okay, so if we look at the encoder, so this hole looks kind of more or less the same size. Maybe if I make it, let's say 7.5. Oh no, that is too big. How about 6? Okay, let's make it 6. 6 looks good. So now I would like to move it a little, so it's not that far from the edge. Okay, looks about right. Okay, so I think I can cut it now. So I would just press I, and from this part I want to cut this shape, and now I can remove this part that is intersection of these two bodies. So I will just remove this one. I think I can remove this sphere as well. Okay, and we have an issue over here because we just cut into the encoder shaft. I don't know if I can show it. Okay, yeah. So this is our encoder shaft over here. So the shaft will go in, and we just cut the hole over here, so we can see the whole thing. So that is not ideal. Okay, so let's make it 5 maybe. Okay, this looks better. Maybe I will just move it a little, like let's make it like 1.2. Okay, wrong way. Okay, 1.2 minus 1.2. Okay, looks good. Looks good. So that is one thing. We have it already done. Maybe we can do a little bit of a chamfer on the edge. Let's make it, let's see, like if we do 1.2, a little bit too much. Let's make it 0.6. Okay, this is kind of nice. Okay, so we have this one done. That was rather quick. And before we proceed, one more thing. I would like to change the horizontal encoder that we've been working on for the past few streams. So we have this little fella over here. I will maybe hide this one. Let's go back to here. So this is our point of interest for now. So we have this encoder over here. And our initial design turned out to be a little bit flawed, because if we just enable the keys, I think I had a key mockup somewhere. Ah, okay, it's over here. So maybe I can just move this one, because I would like to compare this key, how it's gonna look like compared to this encoder. Like if we had a key insert into the socket, the top of the keycap, how would it align with the encoder? So I will just copy this body and I will move it. And let me just quickly check what is the distance. 5.661. Okay, so let me anchor over here, and I can do ruler 5.61. Okay, and now let's just center it over here, and in the other axis over here. Okay, so as you can see, the encoder over here, it's too low. I can't really reach with the finger, and if we take another key and if we put it over here, okay, let's just check what is the distance. Okay, it's a bit too high. It was 5.61. Okay, that's better. Yeah, so as you can see, it's kind of like hidden behind those keys, and it's impossible to reach. I was even trying to, yeah, as you can see over here. So this is our encoder, and I have a mock-up of the knob over here. So if I put it on, I can't really reach with the finger. It's this key is like getting in the way. So what I would like to do, I would like to lift it up, and we can create two versions today. I will leave one like this, and then we make another one that will be 180. That should be fast and easy. So once we have those 3 parts in total ready, I hope we can print it today, and the printer won't refuse to do its bidding like it did last week. I don't really know what happened. It completely disconnects from the Wi-Fi, and after the stream, when I was checking it, it was connecting for a short while and then disconnecting. So like I could see the IP address on it, and then the IP was gone. It was like 4 zeros. I fixed it by setting up a static IP on the router. Since then it was working. I even print something. I print this. This is our encoder for the volume that we did last time. So it's the shorter one that I was just talking about. Later on we can check how does it fit with the encoder inside, like if it's not too tall, if there's like a possibility to have it mount inside, maybe without cutting the legs, or maybe we can just cut a little bit so that we can still attach the wire. That would be nice, I guess. Okay, so we are here. Let's select this one. This won't be needed. I think I will just oh no, okay, I will leave the key mockups. Okay, so what we need to do, our housing first. Maybe let's see. If I select these two, if I select the encoder and the housing, what's that? I have so many parts over here. Not quite sure what is what on this moment. Okay, so this is also part of the housing. And this is also part of the housing. So we'll just move it here. I can remove those pieces. Okay. Would you like to see the keys that I'm pressing? Because like on the keyboard, I have a different keyboard today. It's one of my prototypes. Like all of them are prototypes in a way. Yeah, but yet another non-standard keyboard. So might be useful to see what keys are being pressed. Okay, so this is our housing. If I hide it, okay, that looks good. So we have the whole body in one group over here. And then we have the encoder, which is over here. And then we have the knob, which is over here. So I think, okay, this group I think I should rename, and let's call it horizontal encoder left. Oh, actually, it doesn't really matter left or right, because we don't really have the right part as a separate body, because we will be just making, like while printing, what I do, I will just make a mirror on the slicer. So this way I have left and right side, and I just generate different pieces. So, okay, so let's make it, let's change the name to horizontal encoder. Okay, so now I think I will select the top of the housing. And I think if I align it with the key, that should do the trick. Or maybe I should keep it a little bit lower. Okay, one more thing, yeah. I was looking at one of the encoders that I have just received. I mean, not the encoders, about the knobs. So I have this, this little guy over here. So this one is, let's check again. Okay, this one is 20 by 15. And when I was looking at it, I think we have a contender for the knob that would be used in this keyboard. So I think I will model it, and then we will align the whole thing based on this knob, because the one that I have created so far, the 17 by 15 and the 13 by 13, these are too small. They won't do. Over here we have a 25 by 15. So this one, okay, we can check if it's gonna fit once we fix the bottom of this part, because now everything has been lifted up together to the top. So maybe we will be able to check this one, which is 25 by 15. I think I had it somewhere on AliExpress, but we can also model the 20 by 15, which I'm gonna do now. And what do we have here? Okay, so that's the bottom. So maybe I will change the name to bottom, maybe. There's too many bottoms over here already, because this is bottom and this is bottom. Yeah, but at least this is the part of the horizontal encoder. So, okay, maybe for now it's okay. I'm gonna leave it like that. But first, let's make a new component. Let's call it knob 20 by 15. And I think I can just copy this one and paste over here. Like this. And let's see. So if I make it 20 by 2, that should do the trick, I suppose. Okay, so we have 20 by 15. This one is 25 by 15. Well, actually, maybe this 25 by 15 will be even better, but yeah, we can check it later. So for now, I'm gonna hide all those encoders, I mean all the knobs. And now we have to fix the bottom. So let me just select the whole body over here, whole part. So, okay, just a quick look. Let's hide the housing for a second. Okay, so I can move this part. So I would like the bottom of it to be aligned with the bottom of the base plate of the keyboard. And now the housing. So the housing will be kind of up in the air now. So what we can do, I can just select these walls. And I think I can just move them to the bottom of the to the bottom and align it with the base plate of the keyboard. So, okay, this looks kind of okay. So if we show our encoder over here, so yeah, it will be kind of high up, but that's not an issue actually, because we have designed this locking mechanism over here, which seems to work quite nice. Actually, once the encoder is pushed inside, it's kind of difficult to get it out. It requires some force. So that's good. It looks kind of odd from the front if you look at it, but together with the knob, maybe it won't be that bad. And how is gonna the 25 look like? Oh, so yeah, looks like we can fit the 25 millimeters knob, no issues. And it looks like it might fit even better than the 20 millimeters one, because if we look over here, so the distance, so this space over here is not that much actually with the 20 millimeters one, but with the 25, yeah, this is much bigger, and that might be even better, because like when we'll be rotating it like this, so we would like to avoid hitting this part, and it's already kind of tall. I was thinking of making it a little bit thinner, maybe adding some bevel on the edges, or maybe some chamfer. We're gonna check what will be the possibilities later once we have it like done. Yeah, but I think that's okay. And now I wanted to do 90 degrees rotated one. So, okay. So maybe first we should come up with a good structure. So we will be rotating housing and the bottom. Maybe I will just skip the knobs. We don't really need to see how they're gonna align. Okay, so maybe I can do it like this. Maybe I will do it like, let's do 0 degrees. And I can move those two parts over here. Oh, I think I went too far. Okay, can I Okay, so it's on the top of the structure. Okay, so we have our 0 degrees, so that's like the default. Okay, just a quick check because I haven't even checked if Twitch is running, but it seems fine. But that's not to say there are no issues today, because StreamerBot just gave up and I don't have a chat, so I can only send messages to Twitch. Yeah, looks like YouTube didn't receive anything. Oh, anyways, that's fine. I wish we had this kind of problems like every time. So, okay, let's get back to work. So we have this one 0 degrees, so let's make a new one that will be 180 actually, not 90, but 180. And okay, I need the housing as well to be the part of this body. And I think the encoder itself, I think we can just pull it out from this part. Okay, so that's better now. So we are at our 180. So we have to create a new name. Let's call it maybe housing again. And I'm gonna just copy all the parts from here. And I can hide it. And then we have to create one more part that will be called bottom. And now I'm just gonna yank all the parts from here like this. Okay, so we have our 180. So let's rotate it physically finally by 180. Okay, so it looks like this. I will just hide the encoder. Okay, so I'm gonna move this one away. This wall we can just move all the way to the base, like so. Then I will just move this one because it was originally over here. So let me just anchor on this wall and up to this wall, and it's done. Okay, it doesn't really look that well. Let's align it. Okay, so we have this done, and just finishing touches. Let's see if these walls are together. Okay, it doesn't seem like there's any distance between them. Okay, so for now that's fine. And over here, yeah, so my design is a bit flawed again, because originally we were having an opening over here for the screw that would just go in here. Yeah, but when we rotate the whole thing, we can't really do anything about it. So I am thinking now, maybe we can go from here, that's fine. But there is one more thing. because like when we rotate it, we are not really in the same spot anymore. Technically, I could have made a mirror, but I would like to skip using mirror because mirror is only available in paid version, and I've been using this program for quite some time. I am a paid user, but not for like very long, and before I was using it without the mirror feature, and I came to the realization that actually the mirror is not really that much needed. We can get away without it. Sometimes it doesn't really require much work because we can mirror parts on the slicer, like with this keyboard. And sometimes just like a minor adjustments like what we have now, just to align those parts and move them. So I will just bring back the previous one. Okay. So this is the original position, and I think I should move it back as well. Let me think about it. Yeah, I think I will do that because I'm also tempted a little to leave it over here, but I think then it will be too far and there will be too much of a gap between the key and over here. So maybe I will just move it back to where it belongs. Like so. Okay, how about the bottom? Can we just fix it quickly if we just move it like that over here, and we move this part basically to here? That should do the trick. Okay, now I can move this part, I mean this wall over here. Okay, we have to go back because there's a fillet over here. Okay, I can't really fix it because if I press F, so this should do like a fill, and sometimes it can fix it will just fill the fillet or fill the hole or whatever there is, but sometimes it doesn't work. And maybe if I pull this wall back to here, and now now I can fill it, so that's fine. And we can move it back, and I think I have to do the same over here because it doesn't quite know what to do with this wall, if we can call it like that. So I will just pull it back, and now I can fill it and move it over here. Okay, that is nice. Okay, so we are in the same position. So that's the original one, that's our rotated one. I will hide this one. Okay, we have one more thing to pull. Oh, we can go all the way to, oh no, we can't because we will be attaching, so only to here. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at our knobs. Do we have to do anything about the bottom? No, we don't have to. We don't have to fillet this part anymore. I will just leave it like that. And I wonder what is the distance. Can we fit in the shaft from the encoder? Okay, so this is over here. It says it's 7.2. So that's enough, because I think for the shaft we needed like 6.2. and yeah, 6.2, but like one part, I think there is a thread over here. So the thread is a little bit thicker. I think the thread is 7.2 or something like that. So it should fit. It should fit anyway. Okay, so I can dispose this part. And let's take a look what we have over here. So we don't need this knob anymore. Okay, let's make a hole over here. Let's do a circle, and on this wall, if I press Z, it should zoom to the body. Okay, so 2.9, because this is 2.9 as well. And the thing is that I can't really pull it all the way. So I will just pull it a little bit, maybe. Okay, what is the distance to here, for example? Okay, 3.2. Okay, so maybe I will try to pull it to here. I think I have made a hole. I haven't, because I am not cutting again. Okay, let's go all the way to here. And what happened? There is no hole, but should be. Okay, so the housing, we didn't cut through the housing because the housing was not really enabled, so the cut stopped there. So did we even cut anything? Let's try again. Okay, so we have a hole over here, and okay, we can look at it like this. Okay, so we have a nice hole. It goes all the way through. So I guess that will be fine, as long as we don't put the screw before the encoder. It might block it, but okay, at the same time, this is kind of long in my opinion. What is the, okay, 12 millimeters. Okay, no, it can't be like that. It's too long. And this is part of the base. Okay, how to proceed with this part so we don't mess up anything? Well, from the previous assembly, we know that only this screw is enough, actually. We don't really need two. I mean, okay, I can't really change this. Okay, I won't be able to change it. Okay, we do have a hole. Okay, we do have a hole, through hole over here. So when we attach the encoder, it should fit. So we don't need to do anything about this one. Okay, so technically it should be fine. We do have the hole over here. I can't make it smaller anyway. Hopefully we won't be needing it. Okay, so we have these two done. Let's take a look. So this is 180, and our original one was over here. This one you have to print as well. And then we have the volume knob for the 32 millimeters. And that will be it for now. Okay, so maybe I will just, I hope I haven't missed anything. I wouldn't want to waste time printing just to find out that something is off. But technically should be fine. Everything looks okay. We have the opening over here. The encoder should fit for this part, and for the previous one should definitely fit. We just only make it taller. All right, so let's go with the volume encoder. So we have our knob over here. So I can just select hide others from here. Not quite sure if you have seen it. Or maybe like this. So now it's not showing. Can I do like this? Oh yeah, so there is hide others. I can't really highlight now. So what I can do, I can just hide this part. I mean, hide all of the other parts when I want to export. Okay, so we have our knob. So let's do an STL. And let's call it volume 32 knob. So that's one. Now we take this part. And I think that's all we need. So let's export this one as well. So this will be scroll 180. Okay, let's call it 1 because this is the first design, maybe the last, hopefully. So we have that. Should I really make a bottom plate for it as well? Oh, let's think about it. But before, I will just export this one as well. Because for this one, we already have the bottom, so we don't really have to even print it. It should be here somewhere. So I'm gonna export this one. I think I had it somewhere over here. It was scroll 1. Yes, I want to replace. Okay, so now the question is with this knob, and if I bring back all the keys and all the parts together, okay, so and now the bottom. Okay, so this is the bottom part. So as you can see, it doesn't really fit. So what we need to do, okay, I should either make two bodies over here, two body over here, or maybe another one. Okay, let's just make it. Let's do scroll 0 degrees. So that will be this one. And let's make a new one. Let's call it scroll 180 degrees. And that's the one that we have to fix right now. That should be fast. Okay, so maybe I can just go with a line. Okay, so let's go over here. Okay, oh, that looks simple. But technically I could also project those edges. Could have been even faster. Okay, that was fast. And let's pull it. And what we need to do is to create the holes for the screws. So that will be one screw, and over here is the another one. Okay, I'm I have to hide the bass, I'm afraid. Okay, so okay, I want to pull and I want to cut. So that's one. And that's another one. Beautiful. And just maybe we can add a fillet. Okay, round. Whatever it means. So chamfer is, this is chamfer. Actually, we need a chamfer, not the round. We need a chamfer, and let's make it 1.4. Okay, that should be enough to hide the head of the screw. Okay, and 1.4. So I'm gonna hide everything else, and I just gonna export like this. Okay, so that will be scroll 180 bottom. Oh, let's make it first. I think I will be like 2 more prototypes. I will be lost with all those names. Anyways, okay, so I think we have everything what we needed. Okay, so now I'm gonna jump to the Bamboo Studio and just prepare all those parts. Okay, so that's one. Okay, so this seems to be all the parts that we did today. Okay, looks kind of correct. Let's change the profile and oh, I moved it a little. Let's rearrange. Okay, and I'm pretty much sure we'll be needing supports, and I will just go with the normal one and not with the tree. And let's take a look how it looks like with the supports. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. What is it? Conflicts of G-code paths found. Separate conflicting objects. Well, that's funny because I didn't really put them together. It was the Bamboo Studio that arranged all this stuff, and now it's complaining something is wrong. Never trust a machine to do a man's bidding. Okay, let's... can I slice it? Okay, what is it now? It doesn't want to slice. Oh, it sliced already. Okay, no errors this time. Okay, so let's go on and print. Okay, looks like the printer is online. So we are lucky. Can we have a feed? Maybe I can just bring the other camera. Okay, there's a feed over here. And if we go back over here. Okay, so we have a feed from the other camera. That is okay. Okay, something is happening. Let me just quickly jump and check if the build plate is clean. It should be fine. Okay, I'm back, and I also grabbed some water on the way. Okay, so we have the print going. Bamboo says it will take 50 minutes. So I guess we can trust it on that. And it's 6 p.m. Okay, I hope it will finish faster than what it claims. Okay, so let's jump to the workbench. So what we have over here, this is our prototype from the previous episodes. So this is the encoder that is actually not work. I mean, it's not a good design, so I will just remove it, and I think you can just put it in the trash. I definitely need a bigger desk. Running out of space. Okay, technically these two knobs over there, I think we can also dispose them. I don't think they're gonna be good for our use. Okay, so this is trash. So what we have here? So we want to replace this part. So currently we are printing the knob for this encoder. We're gonna put it over here. So we're gonna swap this for this one. I don't know if you can tell the difference. Let's change view to the top. So that is the difference. So yeah, that's rather big difference. And then you can check how does the encoder fits inside, and we can decide if we need to do any more changes or not. Yeah, I do have one. I even bought it some time ago, but I'm afraid it's a little bit overkill because it's rather huge. Take a look at this bastard. So you know, we can try this. I hope it won't explode. But I think it might be too big to reach those parts that I want. D1, DE, what's that? It has a rather odd fit. And if I use it like that, I think this is some kind of an adapter for some other bits. Okay. I hope you won't be needing an ambulance after I'm done. Too late because it's gone from the chat. Technically, chat should hold it for like 5 minutes. I don't know why it's removing. I can't really see your message anywhere. It says message retracted, so maybe you got caught up in a filter. Okay. That was fast. And I think I lost all the screws. Okay, 1, 2, and the 3 is over there. Okay, the question is if I have the bottom print for it as well or not. Okay, so that's the one part. And the print is going rather slow from what I can see. Okay, so let's check the encoder. I will take this one maybe, or maybe this one will be faster because this one still has a fastener on it. Skip it. Okay, that's not the one. Are these two the same? Okay, looks like they are more or less the same. This one has a longer thread, and this one has a longer shaft. Okay, I'm gonna remove the fastener from here. Okay, let's screw it in and see what happens. Okay, I think it's all the way in. Okay, from the front, as you can see, it's kind of flushed with the bottom, more or less. So if you want to add some more space for it, if we decide to keep it like that, we can make a like a small cut in the bottom plate. But from what I can see, the legs are kind of sticking out a little bit much. Well, technically we can cut those legs because, as you can see, the encoders, the legs, they have a little bit there is one part that is a little bit thicker over here. So maybe we can chop off the part that is slimmer and just leave this part, and then solder the wire to it. At this point, I don't really know if we should really pursue such a slim design. Well, first we have to see if how does it work with the knob. And now, okay, so now I see I've made a mistake a little bit because I don't really have a bottom plate. That I should have made a bottom plate with a hole over here, because like I don't want to cut those legs, at least not now. Okay, so let's see, what do we have here? It's one of the knobs. How does it stack up? Okay, not bad, but it's a little bit, there's a little bit of a space left. Yeah, but that's not the one that we wanted, so yeah, but it's kind of nice. This knob would be good for the horizontal scroll. Has a really nice side. Okay, let's cut those legs. Let's not waste time. I can see this one was in use before because there is some tin on it. So I must have soldered something to it previously. Okay, it doesn't look that bad from the front. Seems like there is still some space left if you want to attach the wires like this. Over here should be enough. Yeah, maybe it will work out. Okay, so let me find the bottom for it first. If I have it print. Yeah, I think it's a little bit, it's not that flashed as it might look like. Yeah, I think we should add like maybe 1.2, because it doesn't really go all the way in. There is like a small piece sticking out. Maybe not even 1 millimeter, maybe point something. Because I can tell I can't really push it against the bottom that well. Okay, so that's not the piece. I think that is the one. Yeah. So this is more or less the bottom part. So now the question is, will I be able to thread it? Yeah, as you can see, there is a bit of a gap. Oh, that's fine. So something to fix later. Okay. So now the bottom part. So yeah, it should look like this. Maybe from the top. Should look something like this. So now I can use these two screws over here to attach everything together. I have to admit the screwdriver is nice. It's not killing your wrists. I have to be careful not to hit any of the cameras. Okay. All right. So we got this done. So now we have to wait for the print to finish. Yeah, it's still like it's 1/3 done. Okay, from here, let me just clean a little bit. Yeah, I think we can fix this part. We should add, I'm not quite sure how much. Maybe like 1 millimeter should be enough, maybe 0.8 to accommodate for the whole encoder, because even with the cut legs, the housing, it's still not fully, it doesn't really go inside that well. Okay, so that's not an issue. Okay, so where are we? We are over here. Okay, our volume 32 is over here. So let's just remove the knob. Maybe I should just enable it. Okay, the bottom is not really important at this moment. Okay, so I will just grab these two faces and let's just move it. Okay, it's facing down, so we have to do minus, maybe 0.8. Okay, that should do it. We still don't know how it's gonna look like with the knob, and speaking of the knob, I should have also select the knob when I was moving everything. We can fix it right now. Let's just move it all the way to here, and that's done. Just a quick look at the whole keyboard. Okay, so I just realized that we will be most probably hitting the key over here. Yep, that is correct. Yet another thing that I have overlooked. Well, it happens. So and it looks like it's the one that we really wanted to test, the 20 by 15. Oh, what a fail. So the print is not really that much, it won't be that good. Yeah, technically it won't fit any of those that I wanted to check. Okay. What can we do now? So we have to move it. Let's take a look. What is the distance from here? Okay, so it's 2.8 more or less. Okay, so we have to make a new design. Well, technically I could stop the print, but I still have the knob and the rest of the volume encoder parts. Because this one won't really work for us. I think both ways are kind of broken. I was looking, maybe I can skip some parts from printing. Okay. So it looks like I can't skip any parts when they are printing. That would be kind of handy. We could just disable the ones that we don't need at this moment. Okay, anyway, let's get back to the drawing board, as they say. So we have to fix actually both the 0 degree and 180 degree. We have to move it. Okay, let's take a look. So if I move everything, okay, looks like we are in trouble, because even like those, the mounting holes, we won't be able to make them fit, because the encoder will be over here. So basically we have to redesign the whole thing all over again. Okay, how to approach it so we don't mess up again. Well, I have to move the whole part, and there's no way around it. And if I want to accommodate for the biggest one, which is 25 by 15, makes me wonder if I should also think about even bigger ones. If we move it, okay, let's move it first. Yeah, so no, not even one of our designs gonna fit because of that. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna move it. Let's move it away. Because I think I would like to have it maybe 5 millimeters away from the key, from this wall. So in order to do that, okay, let's just select this whole piece. Okay, this is our biggest knob, that's the 25. So, okay, let's make a construction line that goes all the way to the edge. Let's change it to construction, like this. So with that, I will be able to have a point that I can anchor to, because without it, I can't really anchor to anything on the knob, because this is the surface is round. So we need something to be able to anchor to. So I will just anchor to here, and let's see if we do like a 5 millimeters from the key. Okay, something is not right. One more time. Okay, is this enough? Because the question is, like, we will be rotating both ways, up and down, and when we will be going backwards, it might happen that like if you go this way, so at some point our finger might hit this key. So maybe if I leave like a 5 millimeters gap, maybe that will be okay for the finger to kind of like roll down. Well, we will know when we print it. So now we have to redesign the whole thing. Okay, and the problem is that our mounting points don't really align, but we have two, so we are lucky for us, we've made two. So this one is most probably out of the question for now, because we can't go through here, because over here there is an encoder already. But lucky for us, we have this screw here, so I think we will just use this one. Okay, so maybe this will be easy, because this wall should have no issues moving, because it doesn't really have any fillet or anything like that. Okay, this one is 3.6. Okay, so I think that should be enough. So maybe I can just move it a little bit closer to this wall. Like so. Okay, so that's okay. Well, this part is not really needed anymore. And this wall we can move all the way to the edge of the encoder. What happened? Where is the other part? Okay, if I move it again, I think I had one more part. Okay. Okay, so they seem to be connected over here. And when I move it, it kind of breaks everything apart. Okay, how can we do it? Okay, I understand now, because if we move all the way, so there is no there is no space here anymore. So it kind of cuts. Okay, I think I can do, if I make a plane over here, and if I cut this shape with this plane, and now if I remove this this part, yeah, so everything is fine. It didn't go crazy, and we still have this part left. Yeah, sometimes moving things and pulling them, some strange things might happen. So it's good to go back and try to approach it like a different way. Usually cutting with the planes is the best choice to fix those issues. Okay, so we are here, and this is our 0 degrees. So let's take a look. If we enable the encoder, I mean the knobs, so that's the biggest of the bunch. The question is, wouldn't it be like too far, maybe, since we moved it? So now the finger will have to reach like this. That's a beautiful finger. I'm not gonna do the nail. So this might be a little bit too far. Okay, anyway, doesn't really matter. We still have to print it. You mean these corners? Over here, these two? Hi, hi. Hi, hi, Odelia. Welcome to the Broken Keyboard Show and Broken Cat. So, Ruda Brody, you mean these edges, right? Just to like cut them a little? From bottom part. You mean make this distance smaller, right? I'm kind of lost. Because what I said is that the encoder is too far now. And this distance might be too big. So maybe I would like to either like rotate it or move it, or just maybe leave it, and we can then check with the other one that is 180. So we can just skip this one, and the 180 is like this. So maybe we can then move it closer to here, to this wall. So there will be less of a gap over here. I think that's a good step to take. Okay, so I think first I will just move the whole thing a little bit. And where is the knob? It's over here. So it would be nice to have the knob over there as well. So let's make a knob 25 by 15 and just paste it so we can remove it, and let's do 180 on this one. It's not really that flushed. I think there is like, let's do maybe 2 millimeters. Okay, I want it to be ruler from here. Let's make 2. Yeah, more or less. Let's do a quick check. Okay, it's in. Maybe let's check. Okay, this one is too big. How about this one? Yeah, so it's basically the distance from the thread. It's difficult to measure like that. Yeah, 206. So let's make it 2.1. So I want the distance from here to be 2.1. Okay, this should be fine. Okay, and now I think I can move everything. Okay, so how far should we go from here? Maybe 2.4? Would that be enough? Yeah, I guess that should be good. Okay, so this part is not needed anymore. And this wall we should move how far? To here maybe? Oh no, actually it should be further. Yeah, it should align with this one over here. Okay, so that's the one. And there is one more over here. And I want it up to here. Okay, and this one I will move all the way to this part. Okay, looks about right. So let's pull this wall to here and let's do a cut. And I would like this to be How far? Let's make it 3.6 like this. Okay, and now I can pull it and just cut off this part and make a hole for the screw over here. Again, not cutting. Okay. It's fast to redesign the part, but then we have to wait for the print anyway. Okay, so we have redesigned both horizontal encoder prototypes. So this one is 180, and this seems to be like my favorite, like contender for the encoder of the year. This one looks like it should work the best. I'm also curious, like maybe next stream, maybe we can experiment a little and maybe just rotate it, like maybe 45, maybe 35. Yeah, 35 seems to be like a good angle. That might be interesting. Oh, maybe I will just do it off stream and just print, and we can just get straight to the cut to the meat on the next stream on Monday, so we can explore all the possibilities. I doubt we'll be able to try any of these horizontal encoders today, because the one that are printing right now, these are kind of wrong anyway, and we have 6 minutes left. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe I will just start the print and see how it goes with the stream. Okay, anyways, let's do like a last check before we export anything. If everything is fine. Oh yeah, we still have to create the bottom plates. We can do them now. Maybe I will print them like some other time, because they are not really needed to check if it fits or not. We only need the bottom plate for this part, because otherwise it wouldn't hold to anything. Yeah, but for this part, it's not really needed, so we can create it now. I will print it some other time, or maybe I won't print them at all until I am sure that it's okay. Okay, just a quick look at the streams, if everything is alright. Yeah, Twitch is very picky about the bitrate. Sometimes it's showing that it's excellent, sometimes it's unstable. Okay, but it works, so that's good. Okay, so this one seems to be correct. Let's check the other one. If we have everything. Okay, we're gonna attach through here, over here, and over here we won't be able to do anything anyway. Okay, there is some space from the key, and there is space from here as well. Like if we check with the knob, well, it doesn't look good actually. From my perspective, it looks like it might not be good unless it's maybe at some angle like this. Yeah, that's interesting. I think I will just do it off stream. So we'll have like maybe 4 or 6 different designs to check next time on Monday. So maybe finally Rudorodi will be satisfied with the amount of manual labor and the screwdriver usage throughout the stream. Okay, so I guess I will just export this. So that's our yes, no promises, no promises. It might be CAD all over again, or maybe even worse, we might be coding something in C. So yeah, well, I don't want to, give you like false promises that we will be doing some screw driving. And on this one, we still have this hole over here. So I think I will just close it. I can just press, I can select it and just press F, and it's done. Makes me wonder why does it look like a different shape? I think it's because it's going through the housing, or maybe it's inside the housing somehow. Okay, so yeah, there were like two different holes. Okay, so now it's fully closed. Oh, that wouldn't really make a difference. It would still print okay. Okay, so here comes another one. Hey, Brody, I was about to ask, how's the sound today? Volume is okay, because I did tweak it a little, so should be louder than the previous streams. A little bit. Well, I can't crank it up anymore because it's already into the red, so it has to be like that. Okay, so before the print finishes, oh, actually it's kind of done already. But before it cools down, we can still fix the bottom parts. So we have it over here, and so this is our 180. So how does it look like? Maybe we can cheat a little and just do it quickly. So we can just maybe pull this wall to here and just cut this part. So I can do like a rectangle maybe from here to here and go back. And if I cut it all the way down, that's nice. Okay, so something I missed is that we won't be able to screw it in because this screw is kind of, there is no space left. I have to fix it. I have to change that. I left too much space. So let's do 0.8 maybe from here. Okay, now I can move this part. Okay, I think this should be enough. Let's see, like usually 5 millimeters should be good. I can't move it to the right because I can't move it because the other part, yeah, this part is fixed already. So this is the part of you see, this is the part of the bottom plate. So yet another failed design. I should have made it a little bit bigger. So it barely fits, so it's kind of limiting us at the moment, but like we still should be able to make it work. So that is okay, I guess, at least for now. And let me just do like a quick check if this is like 5 millimeters. Okay, so there's plenty of space. The screw should fit, no problem. Okay, let's check the bottom. Okay, the bottom is okay. So we still have to re-export the 180, this one. Okay, so we have this one done. Let's check this one. Okay, this one we did it properly. And do we have enough space? So looks like we do. Yeah, we have like 8 millimeters. So there should be no issue with the screw over here. And all those parts are okay. So this one we don't really have to re-export again. But we were supposed to fix the bottom part for it. And that's this one. Oh no, we have it done. Yeah, looks like it's correct. Yeah, I don't see any issues. Like from the bottom part looks okay. And I think we have it print already. Or maybe not. Okay, I guess we did change it anyway. Okay, so let me just export this one more time, because I'm not quite sure at this moment if I export it or not. It looks like I did. So we have this part and the bottom part. I think this one needs to be exported one more time. Yes, this one. Okay. Okay, let me jump and pick up the parts. So I'm back. We have the parts over here. I'm gonna clean them soon from the supports. But before that, I'm gonna send another print. Okay, I'm gonna just remove everything and just add those parts that we have just created. Looks like I have not export the. I haven't export the 180 bottom plate over here because the date is a bit old compared to the rest. Yeah, like 1 hour old. So let me just do it again. Okay. So let's see what we have here. So these are not really, these are not good, most probably. Oh, that's a lot of supports. I should have removed them. I had put too much. Oh, difficult to remove. Okay, one piece done. This is our knob. I think it's too small. Okay, this looks good. And we can attach it to here already. Okay, how does it look like? Okay, it's quite nice. Yeah, that's a good choice actually. Yeah, so we have it rather short compared to the old one, but like the finger fits very nicely and it's very nice to rotate. Yeah, I kind of like it. Actually, maybe you can explore possibilities of using this over here as the horizontal scroll. Yeah, this is kind of nice. I really enjoy that. Yeah, I'm surprised. Well, might be good choice. Might be good choice as well. That would simplify things even further because like these standard encoders are like the most prevalent. Like I don't think they'll be going away anytime soon. Not that the 90 degrees angled ones, this one will be going anywhere also because this is like one of the base standard designs for the encoders as well. So these two gonna be with us forever, I suppose. Yeah, but it's very nice actually. If I had it over here, yeah, that might be something. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. Cool. Yeah, that is good. That is really good. I'm really happy with this one. I'm surprised I never thought about it before. Yeah, that is a good approach. Okay, what do we have here? Well, actually, at this point, I don't think we should follow up with these parts because they won't fit anyway. They will only fit these the small knobs, which we won't be using anyway. I already decided that they are too small because they do not go beyond the shape of the encoder. And besides, they are too close. So if we take a look, that's the one. Let's put the encoder inside. A fresh print, very stiff. Okay, went through. Okay, didn't clip in. I think there is some residue from the print on top that prevents it from, yeah, I can see it from here. Small piece. Okay, now it's gone. Let's see if it changes anything. Okay, it doesn't clip in anymore. That is not good. Oh, finally. Okay, so if we look at it like this, I can attach it and we can check like how bad is it. Anyway, okay, so I pick up the other encoder, but it doesn't really make a difference. There is some residue inside still. some leftovers from the print. And I noticed that like it doesn't really print the holes that well as it used to. I think I'll have to check the settings again. It looks like the coding is not good enough, maybe. It's a bit too big to reach. Okay, more or less. Yeah, but this one is still smaller than the ones that I really wanted to use. Yeah, it's kind of too far looking at it. Yeah, and as you can see, it's conflicting with this key anyway. It's actually the area when it's colliding is smaller because the key mockups that I did, they are actually shaped as the socket itself. So if I remove the key, keycap, so basically it was designed with the shape of this in mind. And the switch is usually smaller than the shape of the socket. Yeah, but it's still colliding anyway. I mean, yeah, it's colliding. So yeah, that is a failed design anyway. So we can dispose it together with all the leftovers from the print. Okay, so where are we actually now? So we have our parts printing. This one won't finish this fast anyway. Okay, so I think we will finish on this one today. I might print some parts over the weekend just to save some time, and maybe on Monday we can finally check all those designs. Maybe I will also create the flat one, the one with let me show you which I have in mind with this one. So the horizontal scroll will be the same as the volume scroll, because it's very nice. I find it very satisfying like that. So it might be very, very pleasant to scroll with it, scrolling through Reddit and all this stuff, so-called doom scrolling. Might be actually very great on this one. Yeah, so I might prepare some various designs. So the flat one, maybe I will do like 45 degrees over here. And on Monday, we can test all of these. Yeah, and for today, I think that will be it. There isn't anything else that I think we can fix up. We have all the parts done, at least for now. As soon as they are printed, then only then we can finally figure out if we need any further adjustments. But like so far so good, I would say. So okay, thank you very much for joining. Very fruitful chat today. It was fun having you all here. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you enjoyed it, and please do join on Monday. I would like to promise there will be more manual labor, but we'll see about that. Anyways, have a great weekend ahead. Enjoy your Friday, and I see you everyone on Monday. Bye bye.